Now I've always waited for the opportunity to use this word, so here it comes. I'm going to segue into this session from Pastor Lincoln's session about relational missional discipleship. We found that the most sustainable way to grow the church and to build a movement is relational missional discipleship. You have to keep those three words in it for it to work. One, it's discipleship. What's discipleship? Discipleship is teaching and instruction, right? He says, go make disciples, which is go teach all the nations. Are we together? And as one of our friends has said, the logical conclusion of discipleship is church planting. Oh. Okay, the logical conclusion of successful discipleship is church planting. It's a bit like if you have a heart for children learning and you go around in the community, you go to this family, you teach them numeracy. Then the other side, you teach them literacy. And then you go to their next house and you teach what? Something, say. You find that soon the demand on you will be so high, and eventually you create something called a school so that you group up those who need numeracy and what to be more effective. Am I making sense? Or maybe you're a doctor, you're passionate about people's health, you check in this family, this one had malaria, you inject them, you go to the next place, you have a headache, you inject them, then you go to the next place, their knee is itching, you inject them, and other such things. After you've done a few rounds, you realize you are not effective if you don't set up a clinic where they can come and be injected corporately. Not exactly like that. But I'm sure you get the trend. And so, when you're making disciples, eventually you realize why Jesus, who told us to make disciples, also talked about this amazing thing called a church. Because the church is simply a disciple-making system. Do we have any witnesses? Now, what happens to a school where they serve the porridge? Kids love the porridge. They play outside. Yeah, physical education. They are playing parts together and other things. What else do they do? They sing. But then you find they no longer learn anything academic. That's a playground. Should that school continue operating when they don't teach children anything? Or what happens to a medical center where they no longer, look, they feed the patients, they tell the patients jokes, just like right now. Ha ha ha. What? They house the patients. It's like a little hotel. They have cupcakes for the patients. They have a live band that plays in the evening for the patients. But they don't treat, they don't give any medication. Is that still a medical? Now, are you still with me? You realize none of you is okay with a school where they no longer teach. None of you is okay with a hospital where they no longer treat. But somehow everyone is okay with a church where they no longer make disciples. All right. So, the solution, I know you came because hopefully you want your church to grow. I'm telling you the solution for all of us dummies, because there are some people who are extraordinary. But if you're like me, God told you plant a church. Meanwhile, you have no clue. You don't know a thing. Yeah, you went to school to study architecture or pharmacy or some people at least did theology. Our solution is relational missional discipleship. So it's teaching that is hinged on relationships. But it is also missional. So you relate with people. You are a family. Tomorrow, Pastor M is going to bring, Saturday. Tomorrow is also doing something, and then Saturday. Family, that then is an army. So it's not one of the two, it's both. So it's relational, too much love. It's missional. Okay?